Hi everybody, something new here. I'm in my room. This is my room here. I don't have a whole lot of space, so I'm going to be doing this video mostly from my bed. Obviously I'm not going to be at the layout today, but I'm making this video because my parents were so very nice to me for my birthday and got me these Walther's HOBBY-TOTE train carriers. And I'm sure some of you have seen them before, but some of you may have not. Don't bother with that mess over there. One thing that I notice is that when I'm putting these together, the directions are okay. Here's the directions. The directions are okay, but they are not super in depth. And then when I went on YouTube and went on the internet, there's really no other explanation on how to do it. So as you can see, I'm starting to get the hang of it. I'm getting my first one pretty much done. But I'm going to work on these next 4 with you guys. So how I think I'm going to do it is I'm going to put it together, film myself putting it together, and maybe put that in fast motion so you can kind of see how I do it, and then maybe explain it more, because I don't want to sit here trying to figure it out as you guys are just watching me do that. So, yeah, I'm going to put you on my tripod that I set up there. I ran down to my truck to grab my tripod, and I'm going to show you guys how these all come together. Now, so far, I have 3 main parts done: the base, the lid, and the dividers. These are very, very sturdy. I bent them to how they needed to be bent, and they stayed in that form just by, I'm gonna move you up just a tad here. They stayed, sorry about that. They stayed in that form as I bent them into it, and they are just sturdy and will really do a good job protecting my model trains. Now with each of these pieces, I'm gonna show you exactly how I did it, and I'm going to be following my directions here. One thing that for some reason was confusing to me, but I don't think it'll be confusing to a whole lot of people, is how the actual dividers themselves came. So here's the divider. Show it to you like this. And what happens is these right here are all walls. It'll look better once I put it in there, but these right here are walls. And then there are 4 sections to put your rail cars or locomotives or anything that you want. So right now with my base, well, actually I'm just going to leave it at that for now. And then we're going to go on to the next one, and I'll show you step by step how you fold it. So I'm just going to put this one off to the side, and we'll start on the next one. Okay, again, we have a base, a lid, and the dividers. We will first start out with the base. Set these over here. Okay. So first off, I'm going to bend these side panels here. They're very light creases, but I'm going to bend these side panels up. That's how I'm going to start out, is bending these side panels right here. So there should be 3 creases, or 3 little separate spots there that are bent up. So I'll start out by bending up these sides. So now, once you get those bent up, there are these end pieces right here from the sides that are bent up. You have these end pieces, and you'll fold those in. Fold those in on both sides. So as they come up, should look like this, folded in. And then this one will come up, and that'll be folded in. Next, once these come up and are folded in, it's kind of hard to show because there's so much box here, but what you want to do is you want to fold these end pieces on the directions it's C. You want to fold these back, and then you're going to fold the entire end all the way up like that. So if you're looking at it from this way, these will generally be sticking up like this, and then you're going to fold this entire end all the way up. And then once you have it over like this, make sure these stay folded back. Boy, this is hard to do on camera, where I can't just get it on my lap. But we'll get there, whether I have to go through fast motion here or not. Okay, there, I finally got it. I hope you were watching that. Okay, I finally got it. As you can see, these are bent all the way up, and the underside, the sides that we folded in before went under these, and the sides that we folded out are right here now. So I'm going to try, it should be a little bit easier on this side now because it's already folded up on that side. So again, these end pieces fold in, these back pieces right here fold out. Right here, these back pieces fold out. We go up and over. Up and over. And then continue to bend all the way. So now you can see how these pieces right here are under it. You fold over those pieces. Fold over them and then push in tight. You want to make sure you push in tight because there's little divots in there. And then these tabs right here will end up facing inboard on the box. Now what you have to do is these two top creases are the base of the box. So you have to fold those up like so. Fold those up. Now when you push it down in, you're going to be pushing the lower part here is going to go over these two flaps here, over these two flaps, push it over, fold in tight, and then you can see how this becomes the base. Again, do it on this side. Fold it over, fold it in tight, and now you're going to want to push back on both sides until you can get the entire bottom flush. Flush just like that, and that's the base. Now I think I made it look a lot harder than it is, trying to get that one side going, but it's really not too bad. It's just I'm trying to do it for the camera, which makes it a little bit harder. Alright, let's move on to the lid. Alright, here we have our lid. Paw, A-line. Is it backwards? Oh yeah, it's backwards, but that's not a big deal. I have it facing inward so I can see the screen, so I can see where I'm filming. But the lid is a lot easier. So to start off with the lid, all you have to do is bend the sides up. Just bend the sides up. Now, after you do that, bend the ends in. Keep them there, and then bend this side all the way up on the end there, all the way up, and then there's another crease here. You're going to fold that all the way over, keeping that in tight, and push hard. The nice thing is if you can see here, there are these little creases, and once you bend it all up, these tabs on the end go right into those creases there, and it makes it stick just like it did on this side. So again, show you from this angle. Together here, bend up on the end, bend all the way down, and push. And as easy as that, you have the lid. Now, you can see, base, lid. place the lid on the base, which right now they have to form to each other a little bit more. So you kind of have to work it on there. But once you get it on there, it's a nice tight fit. Nice tight fit, it's not gonna go anywhere. So, now, take it apart. The nice thing about these cardboard boxes too is if you have a certain train in here, you can write on here, you know, freight cars, passenger cars, whatever. And then on the end you can write what they are too, because I'll show you later, but once you're carrying them in, they'll be stacked on top of each other like this, and you'll have to pull them out this way. So we're done with the base and the lid. So we'll set those off to the side again, and we're gonna go to the dividers. Now the dividers take a little bit, so I'm gonna show you how to do it the first few times, and then we will go from there. All right, let's begin on the divider. It's very easy, it just takes a little bit. So like I showed you before, there needs to be four different slots for trains to set in, and you'll use this whole slab right here. And there are 12 spots. So how you start out is, you'll start out from the end, and with this whole box, the nice thing is if anything other than white is showing, you didn't do it right. So it's good to know that you did your entire thing right if you have all the white up. So that same goes for the divider, because the back side's gray, front side's white. So let's start by, on the end, we're just gonna fold this all the way over. I would suggest doing this on a table, because it'll just make it a whole lot easier. Now this is the end wall. This is the end wall here. So this will stay flat because you're gonna set cars on here. Now we need to make this into a wall. So we're gonna, and you can bend here because this is also gonna be a wall. So you can bend up here, and then bend, oh, I guess you don't need to bend up there. You can just bend this part up. You can bend the bottom part up so that once you get it bent, it turns into that. And now you can see right here, it's where a car goes. And then you bend this wall down. And then as you bend this wall down, you can kind of bend this next spot right here up. So now you can see, here's a completed section right there. Now I'm gonna go into fast motion here, and you'll see how I'll do it all the way through. Alright, as you can see, I got it all folded. If you saw the color changing before, I'm sorry, I was kind of watching TV or listening to it during that, and my lighting in here isn't great. But I'm thinking from seeing on my screen that you can see it good enough to get the gist of it. But I got it all folded up, as you can see. And now I'm going to put it inside the base here. And this is actually the first time I've done this because I didn't even do it with the first one that I went through. So I'm hoping and praying here that everything goes right. And it looks like it's going to. Look at that. Looks good, good, good. Seems to be folded in there a little bit better. But it's in there. So I try to correct my errors. Okay. Looks good to me. And then once I get cars in here, it'll obviously straighten itself out a little bit better. But I don't have any cars here in my room, and I'm 45 minutes away from my layout down here. So I'm going to post pictures from Walters of what this will look like later. But next I'm going to get the foam, and we're going to look into getting the foam in here. Okay, I have a ton of foam here, and it looks to all be the same size. I think it just goes on the bottom one. So I've got 4 from this first little bit here, and I'm just gonna pull them apart. And lay it in here. Oh, it goes up on the ends a little bit, which is nice because of couplers. Foam there on the first one. Foam in all of them. Look at that. Honestly, looks great, feels great. It's so sturdy. This is a complete set here. From pictures that I saw, which I will show later, 3-bay hoppers, you can fit 3 in each one. Obviously, shorter cars you'll be able to fit more, longer cars you'll be able to fit less. But you get 5 of these boxes and then a carrier. So you'll be able to fit quite a few rail cars in here. I'm going to continue to build these. I will leave the camera rolling. Hopefully I have enough room on my phone here because I'm just using my phone. By the way, I got a new camera, so my next videos will hopefully be better quality. So we'll find out. Stay tuned if you want to find out. But I'm going to move this one to the side, and I'm just going to continue to build these, and I'll leave the camera running and let you watch me in fast motion. Or maybe I'll put on some music or something, I don't know. I haven't figured out all that copyright stuff, but we'll see. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, I finally got all these done. I will tell you, practice makes you better with these, because by the time I got to this last one, it's the best looking one, and I did it pretty quick. So it's really not that bad. But this is the last one, putting the lid on it. Maybe not. Like I said before, the lid on these at first is tight, but I'm sure that will loosen up. That's not a bad thing at all. Here are my 5 boxes. Now you may be wondering, how are these 5 boxes carried? This guy. This big round duffel bag here. Proto Power West A-line, that's who makes it here. Might be backwards, but it says Proto Power West A-line. Now what you do is, I'm going to zip this all the way to the bottom. Zip this one all the way. Has a zipper on this one side, and then it's just closed on the other side. Now we're going to see about getting it in there. So we'll go one at a time here and see how this goes. There you go. It all fits in there. Let's zip it up. Like a charm. Let me tip the camera up here a little bit. And then you just grab these and lift it up, and you've got case full of trains. Really is super nice material. It's all good. It all fits in there perfectly. It's easy to put in there. And now you got 5 boxes. 5 boxes worth of trains. All right there. And then, like I said before, you can label each thing here if you have certain trains in each one, so you know what you're pulling out. This is a little bit of an expensive carrier. I think the price that Walter sells it for is about $170 almost, maybe a little bit less. But as we all know, trains are even more expensive, and any good way that you can travel with them and take them to shows or other layouts or wherever you want to take them, and you want to keep them safe and you don't want to lug around all these boxes, this is definitely the way to go. And this will preserve your locomotives or rolling stock or anything else. And obviously it'll fit in just like this or like this, however you can get it in, and then pick it up, figure out where you need to go. I'm going to put some pictures at the end so you can see what it looks like with trains on the inside, because I don't have any here. But I hope that was helpful to you. If it was, let me know, and if it wasn't, put in the comment section how I could have improved it. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll try to my best ability to answer them. But that'll be it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys go out and get this and try it out for yourself, because I'm very excited to use it. Alright, have a great day, guys.